Good day to everyone. I am Edlyn Joyce S, Caraig, and I am a first year student. Welcome to my talk. This is my teaching philosophy entitled Inspire, Aspire, and Transpire. The first moment that I was determined to become a teacher was the day that my father died. My father was taking his last breaths while I was playing teacher-teacheran with my playmates. I was nearly 9 years old back then. Before Dad took his last breath, I whispered in his ear, "Pahinga ka na, Papa. I promise I will be a teacher." And today, I speak to all of you as an aspiring educator. The second time that I was determined to become a teacher was when I was in grade 5. We were discussing history and I said to myself, isn't it nice to have teachers who give importance to history and teach students how they must act as part of the past, the present, and future? Well, there were a lot of times that I was determined to become an educator and to make great contribution to education. But as pre-service teachers, have you ever thought about what it costs to be the teacher we imagine we will be? Time, effort, money, judgments, and never-ending questions about why. I don't have any particular reason why I am taking this path. There are many of them, and they are continuously increasing, with my own goals to pursue. To inspire, aspire, and transpire my students' dreams. Who among us does not want to inspire their students? I am hoping na, as an inspiration, I strive to encourage my students to explore every possible way to fully know themselves and develop what must be developed. For them to see education as more than just a means to an end, but as something that will provide them security and comfort. I want to inspire them that education is not just where they learn mathematics, science, English, social studies, but also a place where they can mold themselves aside from their academic prowess. However, I don't want them to just do what I tell them to do. I want them to think about it and decide if it's right to obey. I don't want to teach them to be like me, to see me as an inspiration that they will replicate. I want teacher eds to inspire them to become the best version of themselves, not by my own standards, but their own standard. If this is what I want, will I be any value to them? Of course, that too shouldn't be taught to them. Our environment is constantly changing. So, what is the point of constantly teaching them how to live their lives when we are fighting our way to survive with all the changes in the environment? My goal is to encourage them to seek their greatest self and not to see me as a praiseworthy teacher. My next goal is to inspire the students to be aspirants to their dreams, not to teach them what to dream. It is my job to ensure that students will have something they want to become 5 or 10 years from now. Sadly, many students doubt themselves if they will ever be someone they dream of being for many reasons. Pressure, financial problems, thought of not being enough, comparison with others. Those are just some of the reasons they doubt themselves. When I become a teacher, I want them to be aspirants to their own dreams without any judgment of their own choices. I will be their strength in times when they feel their efforts are not enough to achieve their dreams. But I will also make it clear to them that their future is in their own hands. That every decision and action they take will reflect their tomorrows. If they want to do something, they are free to do so. But as my profession permits, I will guide them with all the knowledge and wisdom that I have. Many of my inspirations are teachers. They aspire me of being a teacher. But it is my own will to give my best shot to achieve this. But the roles of my inspirations greatly affect me and make me strive and continuously fight and win every obstacle that I meet on my way. That is something I hope to instill in my future students. I want my students to become aspiring doctors, aspiring business people, or aspiring teachers. And I want them to know that I believe in them, in their doubts and certainties, whether they are 100% sure or still trying to figure things out. I want them to become something in the future, an aspirant to their own dream. Finally, transpire. For a change to happen. We are living in a world that has so much inequality and injustice happening right in front of our bare eyes that affects education. All the things I have said earlier will be a waste if I do not take action, both as a student and a teacher. It is my duty to fight for the betterment of education, be it in a curriculum, institution, or quality. This pandemic has taught me that education can always go farther than we ever expect. I really believe that there is more to learn as we progress and face many changes. Changes from teaching skills and abilities into enhancing the skills that the students have in order to cope with the changes in their environment must also transpire. We cannot always teach students how to do things while ignoring the fact that they have their own skills that if we focus on honing them could provide us with much better results. Inequality and unfairness among students occur when we continue to attempt to teach them skills that are out of step with their abilities. I don't want to waste my time on that. A lot of teachers still see the good in students if they are academically excelling, while students with other skills and talents are neglected. There are numerous educational issues that our government has turned a blind eye to, as well as other external factors that have an impact on the students' lives. There are barriers based on students' personalities, socioeconomic status, and other factors. If we want to make the classroom more inclusive, teachers must take action. Our classroom should be student-centered rather than teacher-centered. We must think about what they need in the same way that we think about our needs as teachers and demand it together. The Philippine education system still has a long way to go before convincing Filipino parents and students that we provide a high-quality education. More investment in teachers, and we will reap the returns with our students' willingness to learn and actually have fun in their learning environment. If I wanted change to transpire, it should always start with me. Through these changes, I also hope to make the dreams of my came true. They may have lived in my classroom for only 1 year, but I wanted to make them believe that there is hope and a chance that their aspiration, whatever it is, would happen. I will be an instrument in making that happen. Innovations in education are only the start of it. We are the teachers of the future, and we are also the future that our teachers have hope for. It is now our time to repay them by molding ourselves into our best versions. I hope that we all become teachers who learn from their students and use that inspiration as encourage to help our students achieve their dreams. Back in senior high, one of my teachers told us that he wanted to be a teacher because he wanted to live in his student's dream. That is when I realized that I dreamed of being a teacher, not for myself, but for the sake of all the students who wanted to learn and transmute their aspirations into reality. Who knows? They may also serve as an inspiration to others. Once again, this is Teacher Eds, and this is my Ed Talk. Inspire, aspire, and transpire.